I'm just setting up myself a notepad character sheet. I'll put it on screen share.
Yeah, well, I do have a few uh, tools around here that should help us, but none of them are really perfect.
Okay.
But choose campaign to launch. Okay. In order to roll 20, I should have started the campaign. My bad, as I said, there are some hiccups. This is my first time. We'll try to stick with Fate Roller. Everyone should allow it to your account. There's no
Right.
really installing. It just Google Plus application, which
Right.
just need to be enabled. And over there, you can roll dice, and everyone can see what
Right.
we rolled.
I actually
Uh,
need to
it's
get that
actually
on.
unfortunate that Fate Roller does not have full character sheet. I mean, it has space for 10 aspects, but does not have a space for skills, which is unfortunate, but we'll live with it for the time being.
10 aspects. That sounds like it's based off strands of fate rather than fate core.
Mm, it's all
Lots of
tomato,
overlap from Dresden too.
tomatoes, same thing. If you ask me. Uh,
Okay. Um. Okay. Physical stress, mental stress. Is it okay if I already place my physique and will because I'd rather have more than 2 stress boxes?
oh yeah, of course. That's the part which is nitty gritty, which I haven't mentioned, is two particular skills, physique and willpower, uh, give you additional stress level, which is kind of like hit points, but they refresh at the end of the scene, which determine how much damage you can take.
There, blah blah blah. Actual injuries are represented by consequences. Uh,
Yeah,
stress stress
we
points
have,
represent pushing your luck, basically.
yeah, stress points are stress levels are hit points, and consequences are injuries, which need to heal over time, something like that.
Gotcha.
Mm,
Uh, duh, 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 duh.
just
J- Sorry, just so people can see, if you look down where my camera there, that's kind of what I'm using for a character sheet. I'm just using Notepad off to the side. Got space for 5. I got a name at the top, 5 aspects. I've got this little points listed.
okay.
There's,
Problems with microphone.
oh, I'm sorry. Am I getting feedback?
Yes, quite a bit.
Love you. Testing, testing.
That's better.
Yeah, that's definitely better. I am able to mute everyone from my control. I just didn't have it at hand
Right.
quickly enough.
I can't hear it if the feedback starts. So if it happens again, just mute me. And tell me. But anyway, I have a basic character sheet for Fate off to the side there. And you can basically use my model if you want, or you can if Marco has some, that's good as well.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's perfect, if you ask me.
Okay. Let's see.
Share
Were you
the
planning to
screen.
do the very basic phase trio, or do we just fill in all of what we want
Well,
our aspects to be?
the idea is that you start with basic aspects that are listed in the sample characters. Sample character. You can add 2 more aspects, and you fill in skills as we go along. The idea is to start with blank skill list, and when you actually need to roll a skill, you assign that particular skill to the particular skill slot. You have 1 plus 4 skill slot. Then you have 2 plus 3 skill slots. Then you have 3 plus 2 skill slots, and you have 4 plus 1 skill slots. So you take the skills, which I will again, for the simplicity, repost in chat window.
That sounds like okay, test that one again. Sorry. Since testing.
Yeah, you're still overloaded.
What is
Now you're too quiet.
Well, I have this toolbox,
Okay.
which in theory should allow me to control the volume and shut off immediately everyone's microphone,
Okay.
but it didn't work for me. I'm not sure if it worked for everyone else.
I will just tend to keep my microphone muted unless I'm actually talking. I think that glitch only happens when I'm messing with the camera or messing with stuff. It happened here when I started screen share and stopped screen share. I don't plan to do that again. So. Oh well. My microphone is glitchy. Sorry about that. How do we want to get started with the scenario or people picking the other characters?
The idea is for everyone to pick a character. I'm not sure if everyone has done that. Okay, so David has taken Legal Alien. Ben has taken
Veteran Sergeant.
Veteran Sergeant. So everyone seems to have a character. I don't seem to be able to find. Here it is. Okay. And I've finally found. Anyway, Give me a second to post for everyone who wants to watch. Okay, so give me a second to post the YouTube link for everyone to who wants to lurk.
Okay. How do I add the titles that you have there with Ben Dunster and scenario?
It's in the toolbox.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, far left tab, the little guy in the circle in the toolbox, lower third.
Okay. Where? Oh, that's right. Good. Let's see how that looks. Okay. I am apparently backwards.
Okay, so
It
you
only looks
have,
that way until you hit the button to flip on local video, so it doesn't look backwards to you.
Ah, so if I flip it back so it's not backwards to me, will it be backwards to you?
It doesn't look backwards to me when you're speaking.
Yeah, it looks fine right now.
Okay, cool.
anyway, the idea is to skip the boring part and start in the middle of the mission, somewhere in. It doesn't really. We don't really need to specify which part of the world. And you guys are on a mission. It's a night, and you have lost your communication with your base. Any other specifics of the mission can be dealt as we go along. So we have the talented one, we have legal alien, and we have veteran sergeant. And let's say we have 3 other soldiers. So each of you will have a secondary character, either to die in your stead, or you can take over if your primary character dies.
Okay.
This is
Very
horror story. So it's pitch black, and you are sneaking through some farm. We all played the XCOM, so we know how the farms look like, and that's about it. Your modern communications are jammed, but so far you haven't seen anything alerting as of yet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have each and everyone who chooses initiate one action of your choice, and if it does not go to something interesting, I will throw in the aliens or horror or whatever happens. I'll start with Ben, because you are the veteran. You are technically in command to other characters. That doesn't mean that you can take any more damage than they do. It strictly depends on your physique and willpower skills. And what is it? +1 physique gives you another one more stress level. +3 physics gives you 2 more stress levels. And +4 physics, in addition to 2 stress levels, gives you one other consequence. Now here is important thing we should know when playing Fate Core. Stress levels are not the same. You have +1 stress level, +2 stress level, and if you have physique above 0, you can have +3 stress level and +4 stress level. What does it mean? That means that when someone attacks you, we calculate your final attack skill of the attacker and subtract your final defense of the defender, and anything that remains tells a number of shifts, which determines the severity of damage. So if someone beats you by 2, it means it does not inflict 2 hit points. It inflicts 1 stress level, which has severity of +2, which means that you must mark off your +2 stress level, or if it's already marked, you must mark the first higher stress level that you have available. If, however, you choose to take consequence, consequence will stay for you for a while, stay with you for a while, like an additional negative aspect that aliens can use against you, but it reduces severity of your stress you took. So for instance, if you took +4 and you take lowest consequence, that's mild, you take -2 from your stress, so that +4 stress becomes +2 stress and first consequence. If you take second consequence, it takes -4 from the damage you took. That means you would mark no stress levels, but you must higher consequence. And for the purpose of this game, +4 and +6 consequence will stay till the end of the session.
Yeah.
Any
I typed out a little bit of an explanation in the chat to go along with what Marco was saying. You are taken out if you take more stress than you can cancel out with consequences or stress box.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For each attack, you can only fill in one stress box, but I think you can take as many consequences as you want.
you can take as many consequences as you like, but only one stress level. That's first thing. And the second thing is you can actually concede conflict, basically letting aliens catch you alive, and that leaves you for a while at their mercy. But you keep some of your fate points, and you actually get additional fate points to be able to escape from them, like in the movie.
Right. When you concede, and you have to concede before an attack is placed against you. If they've already rolled the attack, it's too late to concede. Like if you look and say, I have a major or severe consequence, I don't want to fight anymore, you can on your turn concede. And then you can rule out one negative result. Like you can say, I don't want to die. And that would be the GM would cause you to get taken out of the fight.
That's a bit too detailed for a Fate code game. The point is, you can concede, and you are for a while at mercy of your enemies, but you get some fate points back at the start of next scene, and you have your stress refreshed, so you can try to escape. Or you can be taken out. Fate stresses that being taken out depends on context rather than any wait a second. Ben, now you are giving us noise.
Sorry.
Okay, I can't have more than one application open, which is a big problem, because when I open Hangout Toolbox, it closes my Fate Roller.
Yeah, you can't have the chat at the same time.
Yeah, and it also closes chat and everything, which is unfortunate. But okay, so that's about it. Again, too much rules, too little role playing. Let's start with Ben. You can narrate something reasonable to where you are and what exactly happened and what you're trying to do.
Okay, so Lucas would be kind of out in front of everybody. He's the kind of lead by example type of sergeant. So he'd be out in front with his rifle kind of just in its sling, you know, got it special forces style. He's kind of creeping along the outside of one of the barns on this farm. Just would be coming up maybe to the barn door to kind of take a peek inside, just, you know, trying to clear the area. And at the same time, he would be yelling at his second guy who's with him, you know, get those damn radios working.
Okay, I'm gonna let you name the second guy at your leisure, because it doesn't seem to me that either Jesus or Zoe seems to be that character, except if maybe Luke or David want to make their character responsible for communication.
I have no problem with that, but yeah, I'll let somebody else take that if they want.
Nope. Go right ahead.
Okay, so we'll take the communication guy, and we'll name him later. Starts working, and Lucas peeks inside the stable, and the stable is empty, and there seems to be nothing spectacular about the stable except one tiny detail. There is a bovine leg, severed bovine leg, somewhere aside, not in the center of the stable, but in one corner. Being a veteran sergeant, you notice that? And whoever likes to make themselves most able to notice things, that would be, I think, just a second, I need skill list. Yeah, you have the skill. Anyone who chooses to have
Are we using the default skill list from Fate Core?
I posted the skill list, and I'll repost it again in the chat. It's slightly modified because we don't really need provoke, and for that matter, we don't even need contacts. We have contacts, but we don't need many of the default skills. So I'll post in your chat skill list. Here it is. And you can take, you have alertness, athletics, computer, contacts, drive, eloquence, empathy, leadership. Okay, I'm guessing Ben will take this one. Notice, melee, physique, repair, science, shoot, stealth, trickery, wilderness, and willpower. This is the skill list. You don't need to take all of your skills. Right now, just fill the ones you need. So anyway, you notice bovine severed leg somewhere in one corner of the barn. And here's the other detail, is there is nowhere any blood. It is severed, and it's obvious that it's recent. How recent you cannot tell without some science note. Okay, I forgot medicine. Oh well.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, so you don't know when it was severed. And here's another thing, which for whatever reason, you have another exit from the stable. Basically, one is narrow enough for the person to walk through, but the other is big enough for cattle or horse or cow, whatever, to be taken out.
Yeah. Lucas would have been coming up alongside the big barn doors, the rolling doors, and would have flashed his flashlight, his weapon light in there to kind of peek around real quick and try to take notice without drawing attention to himself. Are we kind of sticking with like the sort of default XCOM weapons, or are we going with more like modern military type stuff?
However you prefer. I'm not
Okay.
much military enthusiast, so we can go with either. Whether you... I even forgot the names of the XCOM weapons, but for this game we'll start with, you have a basic rifle,
Rifle,
you have a pistol, and you have a knife. And
Okay.
more or less all the other weapons are more or less the same. Of course, aliens have their own weapons, but you don't know that yet.
Gotcha. So this would be like one of the first missions.
Well, actually, you still don't know about the aliens. So this
Okay.
would be zero mission.
Gotcha.
Except you can choose at any point, because you start with 3 aspects. That means you have 2 more aspects to create when you like as the story progresses. So you may choose to write in that maybe your character had some advanced knowledge along the way. But for now, it's basic military mission. You don't know you're facing the aliens.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so now I'm gonna switch to Jesus for his section.
Jesus is going to take his squad support weapon and move up to the front of this facility, whatever. You said it's a barn or a stable. I'm going to cover the open area that is the Sarge is ignoring because he's fucking around someplace he shouldn't be.
Okay, that's cool. There's one thing that I forgot to mention about Jesus. His second aspect. Ooh. However you pronounce it. It means that he's constantly skeptic about everyone's plans. This enables you to invoke that aspect to help your teammates plan, or it enables you to compel it. If something goes wrong, you know the Mexican guy gets the short end of the stick.
Well, he's the one that gets shot first. I'm fully expecting that to happen.
Yeah. I apologize for my insensitivity, but Fate Core is cinematic roleplay, so any movie stereotype is existing in Fate Core.
So
Anyway.
that whatever that word is, is what you envision his trouble to be, or something else?
Well, trouble or whatever you like. It's an aspect like any other. And
Yeah, I hadn't figured out how to pronounce that, let alone what that was going to mean yet.
like what Lurch says in Adam's Family.
Okay.
Because that's how I initially intended envisioned him, but he's your character. Okay, so
Yeah, as the resident ethnic character, he's going to have to be out front so he can get mauled first.
Well, of course, it's not going to happen that way, but they will start shooting at you probably first.
Good.
Okay. Now we go for Zoe.
Zoe's going to be looking about, trying to get a good look in at the pond here. After all, she's a palm girl, poor palm girl from Texas. So
Excuse me. There seem to be background noise.
Not here. I don't have it here.
Just a hollow sound, Luke. It's probably your microphone.
Maybe.
I mean,
I thought I heard a woman's voice.
Anyway,
Okay.
apologies. Try to go on.
Okay. Okay. So, Zoe's going to be looking around, trying to find, trying to look around because something just doesn't feel right about this farm. I know I'm doing the wrong accent. I've lived in Texas long enough to know. Something doesn't feel right about this. There's something off. She's just going to be looking around, trying to find what's got her antsy, trying to figure out what's just making her nervous.
Okay, look. You want to roll your willpower.
Oh, willpower. Okay, I actually have that at 3. Okay.
I guessed you'd have that at 3, as all the experienced players.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 4. I got a total of 4.
Okay. For a second, just a split second, image of giant snake goes through your mind. You can't put your finger on it, but it looks like it's jumping on you. And just for a split second, and then it's gone, and then you're back where you were. But it's very unsettling. And one more thing, it's not a normal giant snake. I mean, it's not a python. It's not a constrictor. It has big canine teeth.
Oh, so it's a venomous poisonous.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Poisonous snakes don't grow big. Big snakes are constrictors. And this one, you for a split second, and then you back at the barn.
I think I've been watching too many horror movies.
Yeah. Anyway,
but she is going to switch to check the safety on her gun and be looking. She's going to be a little bit more on edge after that.
Okay. Well, since I did enough of aliens from what I wanted, Ben, you're next.
All right. So Lucas is gonna, after he checks the corners in the barn to make sure there's nothing in there, he's gonna kind of walk over and examine that cow leg some more. And you'll notice, like, you'll look back and notice Zoe back there, kind of shaking her head, kind of shake off something. You all right, Private?
Yeah, just thought I got attacked by a snake for a moment. Kind of weird.
Yeah, keep your eyes open. I know that there's something not right about this situation.
Yeah, I mean,
The
did you hear
computer,
that?
the computer guy is working on his communication, and obviously he's not doing a very good job. So it's
Right.
still broken, and it's in the middle of your conversation jumps in.
Lucas, look up. I named him Pete,
Okay?
the radio guy. Pete, turn that thing down. You're gonna get us all killed.
Isn't this just some sort of drill?
What was that?
I thought this was some sort of drill.
Drills, yeah. If it was a drill, I don't think we'd be finding severed cow parts in the middle of this building here.
Ben,
That's only because your drill instructors in the Army are so unimaginative.
Ben! Excuse me, Ben.
Yeah.
Did you touch the cow leg?
No.
Okay. Go on.
Yeah, Lucas just kind of walk up, shine his light down on it, and see if there's anything he notices about it in particular.
Nothing interesting except that there's no blood, as I said.
Okay.
Nothing else.
And then he'd kind of continue on towards that. We're in the main kind of stable area, the barn right now. He'd continue on back toward the where that man door is on the other side.
Okay, we're gonna say that Jesus is already there because he said he was gonna cover the open area.
Yeah, I think you were headed around the outside of the building to cover that door from the other side, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm still
so
waiting for you to tell me that you're clear on the inside.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna watch the corn. I think just kind of reminds me of a Stephen King novel.
so do our local radios work? We're just not we're not able to communicate back to base.
We haven't tried that. I mean, we're all inside of each other, haven't we? And she's gonna look back to her second, who I'm gonna name Alfred.
Yeah, Sarge, I'm gonna try immediately. The local radio says Pete, and he immediately goes scrolling to stations, but you get nothing static.
Gotcha.
There's one other interesting thing. Jesus is that you don't hear any animal noise anywhere. You wanna do something?
That's creepy.
David?
Sarge, if we're going to clear this place, we don't even know what we're looking for. We need to move a whole lot faster. Those lights in the house look like they're off. I don't even hear a farm dog. This is...
Yeah. You're definitely right, Jesus. There's something's not right here, man.
Okay.
Okay. Jesus, you wanna go outside or do something else, or you staying inside for the time being?
Would
Who's our
normal-
resident designated marksman?
Designated
Whoever-
marksman?
Whoever our sniper is should probably find a much higher vantage point than we are right now. Since I'm carrying the saw, I'm not the DMR.
I've got a high notice. It might be me. I can put my shoot up if you as the second.
Okay, sounds good. And your aspect, like made of rubber, should help you with that.
No, I have the talented one, so I have.
Oh no. Oh, sorry. I mixed up with the other female character. Okay,
Right.
no
I did.
problem.
I did add a fourth aspect, which would be just a little bit spooky, but I don't know how that would help. I'm going to go ahead, because this is, I'm going to go ahead and take shoot at 3. That was my second 3.
Okay.
So I'm going to be sniper, and I'm going to take athletics at 2, and start ascending the. She'll start ascending the barn.
Okay. As you go at the top of the barn, I'm gonna give you one more notice roll.
Okay. Give me a moment. Ugh, that's not good. Ugh, okay. I've got a +3. I do
Okay.
have danger sense, so if things are meaning me harm, it doesn't get modified by darkness, but that.
You took a. Is that a stunt?
Yeah, that's a stunt.
Okay,
Sorry.
I didn't cover the stunts.
I'm sorry.
But
I've been
that's because I'm not too much of a fan of the stunts. But we're
Ah.
going to go and
I can take it off anyway. I didn't realize we weren't using stunts.
I prefer to handle everything through aspects. I
Okay.
mean, if you need a stunt, you can take an aspect which is generally positive.
Right.
And if you invent a spectacular way to compel your own stunt, so much the better.
Okay.
And since it already takes your fate points,
Right.
it should more or less balance out.
Right.
I prefer to use fate point as a check how often people use their stunts rather than trying to guess it beforehand.
Okay. Understood.
In turn, I'm gonna give you a bit higher refresh level.
Oh.
I didn't decide it up front, but when you start spending fate points, I'll give you.
Well, in this case, I am going to go ahead and spend a fate point on aspect. I did take a fourth aspect of just a little bit spooky. I'll spend a fate point on that and up myself to a +5.
Okay. In that case, okay, I will need to keep. We will need to have a fate point tracker.
Right.
Somewhere. Let's put it in the chat.
Okay.
So let's say provisionally you're on 4 fate points after now.
Okay, so we started with 5.
Yeah, we start with 5, and if it turns out to be too much, I'll tell you. Sometimes down the road, if it turns out to be too little, I'll add you. Okay. So, looking from your vantage point, you'll notice 3 things in particular.
Okay.
One is a cow. At the first look, the cow seems perfectly normal. It's in the middle of the field,
Right.
except it's just standing there. It's not eating anything, it's not moving, it's not waving its tail, it moves head a little bit left or right, but you're absolutely no idea what's with it.
That's
And
one.
of course, it has all 4 legs. So, In case
That-
you're asking.
Right.
That's
That's what.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's first thing. Second thing, you do notice a house and you're not sure, but you know, you think you saw a movement inside. Yes, it's lights are off, as someone says, but you notice movement inside the house. And the third thing you notice, just for the split second, like a child went through your sight. It You're not 100% sure it's a child, but it definitely has a head and torso, and it's short enough.
Right. Okay. Do our personal walkie-talkies work?
No.
Okay. Ah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you ponder for a moment,
Okay.
because while you are scoping the outside, I'm gonna return to David, because I notice Ben went out, so I'm gonna let David do something that takes some time.
I'm here. I was just grabbing some coffee. I had you. I could hear you.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go for David anyway.
Sure.
So Barring Communications, I'm going to take Marcus, my second. We're just going to hustle bounding Overwatch through the open area toward the farmhouse. There's people, that's where we're going to find them.
Okay.
Apparently the Sarge is, who knows what he's smoking today.
Okay. David, did you decide how good you want your notice to be?
Notice is a 1.
Okay, then.
That's not what Jesus does. He needs
Okay.
the Sarge around to designate targets, and then he'll shoot whatever the Sarge tells him to.
Okay. I'm gonna let you roll your notice. Do you know how Fate Roller works?
I'm about to find out.
Okay, to your left you should have Fate Roller app. And then the second icon.
I have average.
Okay, you have average. And well, as you went to the farmhouse without the incident, but apparently only you, Marcus has disappeared.
Well, when I get to my cover point and turn around to make sure he's moving, I guess I'll notice that Marcus
You
is
can
gone.
see him.
Damn it, Marcus.
And this is horror movie, remember. Anyway, if you wanna spend some fate points or activate some of your aspects, you may be able to recover him, but this is horror movie. You know, NPCs disappear.
Here's the red shirt.
No, I'm good with red shirts going missing. We'll find Marcus's body parts later.
Okay.
Poor Marcus, we hardly knew him.
I'll just be sad because he was carrying my spare ammo.
Take a fate point on that. Take a fate point.
All right,
That
cool.
means you have Fate 6 now, but you have condition on yourself, a temporary aspect, lost your spare ammo. Or you can spend a fate point, and it turned out that your spare ammo wasn't with Marcus, but was with you all the time. Your choice.
That's fine. I've just got the basic load anyway, so the saw will be empty in about 60 seconds.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. So anyway, let's say you are at Fate 6. I would like you to mention, write that in the chat, please, rather than me doing it for you, and that's good, so we can keep track as the fate changes. And okay, we're now going to Ben.
All right, so Lucas is going to send. Hey Pete, how's it going with those radios?
Boss, nothing. Not how fucking personal communications work. Nothing. We have no cellular coverage. Nothing. Like someone pulled the plug on every fucking device. I mean, they're working, but they're not picking anything.
Well, shit, man. I guess we should follow Jesus there. So we're gonna follow similar suit. We'll do bound 2 instead of bound over, but we'll kind of try to cover the ground and cover Jesus.
Okay, Lucas. Actually, Ben. Do me a leadership roll.
Leadership role, sure thing.
My second is down there with you, Alfred, but that's probably, he might be red shirt. Wow, it appears up on the screen now.
They're all red shirts. So let's make it the player character and then they're red shirts. And yeah.
Luke, did you forget we were playing XCOM? We're all
No,
red
I did
shirts.
not. I kind of actually expect us to be the unlucky German guys at the beginning of Enemy Unknown.
I expected the first thing Marcus said was just make a list of your first 15 character names.
No.
The guys who shoot because they panic.
Yeah. I remember that part, but we're not there yet. But give it time. I mean,
This is the first time we played XCOM so far, so we haven't had a chance to realize that everybody's going to panic and kill everybody else yet.
That happens only in the last last few rounds of combat anyway, after the leaders of aliens spot your characters. So, I mean, aliens have their red shirts as well. So,
We are going to discover the hard way that grenades are only accurate if your allies are in the blast radius.
Exactly right.
Actually, I remember main difference between me and the aliens was alien would throw a grenade only if it sees 3 of your guys or more, where I would throw 3 grenades into a single alien only if I see him to make sure he's fucking dead. And if he's chrysalid, I would go to the spot, and if he's still alive, I'll leave one on the spot to die out of explosion, because that's the only way to kill an unconscious character. Ready the grenade and drop it on the side. or actually thrown more.
How are you going to have save points work, Marco? Because it's seeing a chrysalid is an immediate save and reload from a
Yeah,
previous
time to
save.
save spam when you
Yeah,
save this
but we're gonna leave Chrysalids for a moment out.
Oh, Chrysalids is game over, man. Game over.
I mean, you have enough trouble with snake men and sectoids, don't worry.
Yeah. I'm just glad we're not in a New England fishing village with sharks strung up. God, I hate that mission.
Well, I didn't play that far in the series. You know, but
That was
anyway.
the modern one. I haven't played the original one in a long time.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Okay.
So, Ben, you notice Marcus is missing.
Okay.
That's the main point of your leadership role, and
Gotcha.
basically everything military will go to the leadership.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. I think David should be that guy since he seems to know a lot more about military training than I do. But oh well, we picked our
I
characters.
can just fake it really well.
So yeah, I don't know if Jesus is close enough for me to talk to without yelling or not, but I just kind of mumble to myself, "Damn, where the hell
Make
did
a
Marcus go?"
stealth roll. Make a stealth roll.
Stealth. All right. Great. Huh. Wow.
Wow.
Whoa!
Okay. Ben, I'm gonna give you a boost. Boost is like temporary fate point, but it can, but it is related to this action. So you
Okay.
can spend it only on things which are related to the action you got it. If you understand me.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh,
So, like,
okay.
what does a fate point really get me? Like a
It gets you +2 when you need it.
okay.
That's the simplest thing.
The
Or
simplest
reroll.
thing. +2 or reroll.
+2 or reroll. That's the simplest thing.
Gotcha.
Second thing, it enables you to alter the situation. Make a declaration and you alter the scene. How much there are no hard and fast rule. Basically, it means that it enables you to make one significant change.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we all can propose, but you will have final decision what the difference is. Meaning, if you're spending your boost or your fate point, it means you're in charge on the final result. I may tell you it's too much or too little,
Okay.
but you are the one who makes the final arbiter. This goes into the scene, and this does not go into
Sure.
the
Yeah, that
scene.
makes sense. Yep.
Basically, fate points and boosts enable you to buy some of the GM privileges from the other games,
Gotcha.
such
Okay.
as finding something cool. In Fate Core bundles all this into create an advantage.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you have nothing to do, you take one of your action, you spot something which is useful to you, either to you or to one of your comrades, and you add a temporary aspect. you can do this either by spending a boost or fate point, or you add it, or you make a roll. I decide what is appropriate for the roll, and depending on the result of the roll, I'll tell you how significant the change is. Usually, it gives +2 to one of your comrades, but if you succeed with style, like you did now, it also provides a boost or something like that.
Okay, and so a boost is just related to like this one action. It doesn't last beyond kind of like this quote unquote turn.
Well, let's put it this way. It's related to stealth actions,
Gotcha.
to things you did when you got it. So unlike the fate point, which is related generally to your aspects.
Okay. So let's see. Basically, the Sarge would be trying to figure out what the heck happened to Marcus as he's kind of working his way up to Jesus.
Do you want to spend your boost immediately?
That was kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe we'd find, Jesus' extra ammo laying on the ground and some drag tracks.
That's exactly what I was thinking. But you won't find extra ammo unless Jesus gives the fate point back.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we just find drag tracks then for.
You
Marcus.
can see the drag tracks. Yeah. And it's leading the opposite way from the house.
So Lucas had come up, maybe take some cover behind a bush or something, and someplace where he could see Jesus, and he kind of just wrap his knuckles on his rifle to try to get his attention. And I used to know some hand signals, but he'd give like a head signal for like eyes over this way, kind of off in the direction where the
since we don't have character who has sign language as an aspect, you want to take that as your fourth aspect.
Sure. Yeah. I just kind of figured in military special forces, there's like
I know, but it's aspect because you can get fate point when your teammates misunderstand you.
Okay.
So
got it. All right.
David, problem with fate roller, and it's very nice. It writes your aspects on your screen. Unfortunately, for everyone else, quality is not very good. So you will need to retype. I don't see phase 3. Well, at least phase 3 is not understandable.
It's just 3 question marks because it's
okay. Anyway.
I actually haven't figured out how you put that text up there, but anyway.
It's under the pin on the fate roller. There's a little checkbox for overlay my aspects.
Oh, I see. Okay. Never mind. Okay, I'm done. Okay.
Problem is, it's overlying your aspect on your video feed instead of creating an object which sends to everyone else, which is unfortunate because when it's low quality you can't read it. Anyway, Lucas, you notice drag marks, and Zoe, can you think of an appropriate role to invent some warning sign and to trigger a flashback scene?
I kind of am thinking about doing a trickery roll to do something like toss a pebble at my comrade, my squad mates, to catch their attention and point in the direction I saw the movement going.
Okay, make a trickery roll. That's a good idea.
Okay,
I like it.
I'm going to put trickery at a +1.
Okay, I'm guessing
I
you're
still have a-
relative.
I still have a +2, but I think I might need it for something.
Okay.
Ugh. Can I succeed with cost?
Yeah, you can succeed at cost.
I'll
But I'm not gonna tell you the cost. Sorry,
Right.
this is horror movie.
Yeah.
Mm.
succeed with cost is horrible in a horror scenario.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean,
Are you
in
saying that there's a good
in standard
scenario
fa-
for succeeding at cost?
No, there isn't.
sorry,
It's
David.
just-
What was,
I ran a horror scenario recently, and one succeed at cost resulted in one of the NPCs getting cut in half.
well, that's light cost at this game because this is a horror story, and I'm sorry. There are situations when I'm not gonna tell you what the cost is. Normal. Just a second. In a normal Fate game, the rule is that that GM tells the player the cost. But since this is a horror story, I'm making a rule modification. Explicitly, I'm making a rule modification. I'm sorry, but it goes with the genre.
No, it perfectly makes sense.
Okay, so what is exactly you wanted?
I wanted to be able to get the attention of Lucas and Jesus. I'm going to assume it's going to be Jesus. Well, Lucas is back. Lucas and/or Jesus to direct them to the movement they saw. I'm trying to get them.
Okay, as you throw the pebble, you succeed at getting their attention, and as they turn at you, they see behind your back a giant, nasty snake behind Zoe. And it's opening its vicious mouth, and you see these are not really canines, these are tusks. They're so big, and one would wonder how it fits into its mouth. But, and so, here's the problem. You shouldn't have too much trouble shooting the snake if only Zoe was not in front of the snake.
Hey, it's XCOM. You just shoot through her.
Exactly. Sorry, Zoe.
That's fine. I'll be making an athletics roll as you shoot at me to dodge.
The upside for you is I'll be out of ammo after I pull the trigger a couple of times.
Well, actually, you'll be for the first snake scene. You will have your ammo. We'll decide about the rest. Maybe it will kill you all.
TPK is a valid result in XCOM.
Yes, it is.
Anyway,
My new Sky Ranger.
So, Ben and Jesus, you have very little time to decide.
Oh yeah, Lucas would open up on this thing as soon as he saw it. Of course, try not to hit Zoe as best he can, but
Yes. Shoot.
Okay. Give me shoot rolls.
Do I need to make
Sorry,
an
Zoe.
athletic roll?
I don't think you're aware of the.
I'm aware of
Man.
being pointed at and shot now. I'm not. I have basically no defense against the snake.
Okay.
It's all right. I'm a good shot.
Lucas, you wanna spend a fate point to just miss?
yeah, sure, that'll work. I can do that.
Okay. Or you can hit them both. Jesus, yours is good enough to do little damage to the snake, but the main point is it's enough to get Zoe alert. Well, at least it's something. Now,
Okay.
Zoe, you have your teammate shooting at you,
Uh-huh.
and actually your character does not know that he's not actually shooting at her, but at the snake. Narrate what you do next.
Go
She
flat to
apparently
the
thinks
ground.
we suck at shooting.
Go flat. Go flat. Thinking they're panicking.
Create advantage, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Run for your life!
Yeah, I'm going to try to create an advantage to go flat and roll out of the zone, out of the line of fire.
Is there a
Okay.
giant hay bale underneath this barn you can jump into?
Oh,
Do your impression of Assassin's Creed? Come on, get
Can I-
cinematic here.
yes.
Declare
you
a-
can
declare a
spend a
fact.
fate point.
There should
Actually,
be a hedge of trees along, like some sort of hedge right there between the barn and the field that you could jump into.
Can I spend a fate point on just a little spooky to do a roll off the edge of the barn and land?
I'm not gonna give you automatic success on that.
No, I'm not going to have.
I'm gonna have you roll your athletics first.
No, I was just trying to make it because without the fate point, I couldn't see my character being able to even able to make the athletics roll. But okay,
No, I'm not that evil. I'm not gonna let you. I mean, that would happen if you were a red shirt. Since you're
Okay.
a player character, I'm gonna let you make an athletic roll, and then we'll
Okay.
decide.
I'll do the athletics roll, and then I might not. Oh, it's a good. I'll go ahead and spend the fate point on. They say I'm talented, and boost that to a 5.
Okay. Post it in chat that you spend another fate point, and yeah, let's say you've fallen off.
Okay.
Now.
What
It-
the hell?
Okay. There's good.
You're welcome.
I have good news and bad news for you, Zoe. Good news is, well, you're not gonna get eaten by the snake. Bad news is you lost your line of sight.
Oh no.
And now it's time for the snake man to shoot, take its alien gun and shoot at you. I haven't decided how nasty Snake Man is, but I'm gonna ask you quickly to share the screen so I can look at your character sheets, please.
Okay, going to mute my my microphone for that because we know screen share on me does strange things.
Okay.
I don't have my character sheet. My character sheet's a. I wrote it down. I didn't put it on the. I didn't type it out.
Paste it into a notepad.
All right, yeah, I'll type it out real quick into something for you to look at here.
Paste it into a notepad, and then you should be. David, can you share it again? I lost it. Sorry. Okay. Okay, I have enough information. Just Ben, tell me what's your shot score.
Shoot score is +2. Fair.
Okay, so I'm gonna have since Snakeman is alone and he's nasty, I'm gonna give it shoot 4, and I'll do my roll. Okay. This should be scary and everything, but I'm gonna give. Well, actually, you. I'm gonna let each of you roll athletics if you wanna duck.
Okay, athletics. That's another thing to do. Here we go. Ah!
Okay. Well, actually, I meant Ben and David because you're out of. But we'll save that for the next roll. You know, no. I'm gonna let you refresh one fate point on that fantastic roll. I hate to see that. Okay. So anyway, the Snakeman shoots, and you see Fate. You see Fate. God. I'm starting to lose my mind. You see holes in the ground in front of you, and you see they're smoking. So actually the bullet holes, they're not bullet holes, it's like burn marks and everything, and it's shooting some nasty weapon. Okay. Ben and David, give me your shoot rolls.
Oh dear.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna roll snakes.
Roll to have left count.
I'm gonna make a Snakeman's defense roll. Just a second. And depending on the outcome. Okay, Jesus. You successfully shot Snakeman, and we're gonna, next time he appears, he's gonna have some damage. Anyway, in case you haven't noticed, Snakeman is a boss. They're not like second or third. They're not low-level aliens, but anyway, Jesus, you managed to hit Snakeman. You don't see how badly, unless you decide to spend a fate point or something. But after you shot him, he falls back and disappears into the darkness. David?
Yes.
Okay, so you managed to shoot the snake man, but
course.
it falls back and disappears into the darkness. Do
Well, Zoe
you?
should have stayed on the roof. Damn it.
Yeah, well, it is on the. It was on the roof. Basically, it retreated back from where it came.
Well, I know my team's gonna have to learn how to trust each other, trust me a little bit more. I was trying to set her up.
Anyway, you don't have time for this now. Does anyone wanna give a chase after the snake man, or you gonna let him back out off?
Sarge is gonna yell, "Frag out!" and throw a grenade up on the roof.
Okay, give me an athletics roll. Or leadership, better yet. Leadership.
Sure, why
Hmm.
not?
Oh,
Where you
fuck!
fate point
Okay,
and-
fate, point, and reroll immediately without thinking.
It's XCOM. That's what happens. He drops a grenade at his feet and kills everybody.
Yeah,
It's
well,
supposed
that's
to
what
happen.
fate points are for. Okay, so anyway, mention it in your chat, your new fate points total. Just-
Okay.
Okay, you can just put the number, we're gonna know what
Sure,
it is, because it's the only thing that ever changes in Fate game. Okay, you threw a grenade up, and I'm gonna make another roll, this time with stealth, but with bigger difficulty. Okay, your grenade explodes. You blew the roof off the barn, but you're not sure what, if any, damage did it to Snake Man.
Zoe's covering her head since she fell just pretty much right underneath the barn.
Okay, well, you have splintered all over the place, but there's nothing immediately going on. David, Zoe, does anyone wants to try to give the chase to the Snake Man, or we make it the end of the first scene?
I'm trying to decide whether or not. I mean, right now she still thinks they just shot at her for no reason.
Okay. So I'm gonna say better no. Jesus?
She's still screaming, "What the hell are you doing?" They're
Obviously,
over
that's the
there."
reason why we're still here. So if nobody else is moving that direction, Jesus is going to take his saw and run that way.
Okay, give me athletics roll.
Wow.
You only manage to see the other side of the barn, and you saw it disappear. Oh no, sorry. I should make a roll first. I apologize. Okay, Jesus. You wanna take succeed at cost? Or
No, I'm
you...
gonna invoke I make them nervous.
Okay. Drop in the chat your fate point. Okay, I'm gonna let you shoot at the Snake Man. And I'm gonna let you do it with an advantage because it's fleeing. But on the other hand, it's going to the bushes, so it has some cover, but
Oh, well, really poor accuracy is XCOM.
Yeah, we're still on the
Okay.
first mission here.
Okay.
I'll
Here's
invoke legal alien here. He's not.
okay. Spend a fate point, and let's say that you did some serious damage on him. So basically, he has one flesh wound and one serious hit. For my further reference. And we're gonna cut the first scene here. I'm gonna take a toilet break to refill my Coke, and we'll continue after
Okay.
these messages.
All right.
Computer says 80% chance to hit. What it really means is 8% chance to hit. Oh. By the way, if I start looking like I'm nodding off, it is 3 a.m. over here.
Where are you actually?
Japan.
Cool. What took you to the Big Island?
Teaching.
English or something else?
I work through Interact. It's a company that provides assistant language teachers to public schools.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm on my 4th year here.
So how's your Japanese improving?
My speaking gets better every year, but I haven't had much chance to practice my reading. Most of the things I actually need to deal with are in English, so I keep getting embarrassed about how little I know. But I guess there are some people who have been here for longer than me and don't speak anything, so.
It all comes down to how much time and attention you put on it.
Yeah. I pretty much I go to do my teaching, and I spend a lot of my free time either writing or gaming. So sometimes, since I self-publish, it's kind of a half a second job.
This needs to be taken down in the car. Or leave it in the garage.
Ugh. Ugh. I need to pull out my old version of XCOM. I completed the modern version of XCOM recently, but only on the normal difficulty. This will be my second time completing on normal difficulty. No, I upgraded. I did normal Iron Man. Iron Man's cool.
You playing the one on Steam or are you playing the one on the Xbox?
I don't own an Xbox, so Steam. I don't own any consoles.
There were two that were released. There was the I forget now. Was it Enemy Unknown was the first one, and then
Enemy Within is an expansion. I like Enemy Within.
I've played through both. They basically recreated the same game and added more stuff to it.
Pretty much. No, it's an expansion. All it is an add-on to Enemy Unknown. You can start up Enemy Unknown without Enemy Within, which is different from most expansions. But yeah,
I played through the whole story the second time with
yeah.
Within.
The first time I did it with Enemy Unknown before Enemy Within came out, and I completed it on normal mode. Recently, I took it back up and I completed it on normal Iron Man with Enemy Within. I did fairly well, but it was normal difficulty, so I was dealing with stupid AI. I'm planning on doing.
Much harder on higher levels of difficulty.
That's what I'm expecting, but from what I look at the stats, it's mostly about how much health you have. So if you're smart about it, it doesn't change the difficulty all that much. Well, the aliens have higher health as well, and their AI is better. But I need
They run
really
really
helps.
tactics too.
yeah.
Yeah. Stealth
But-
becomes the most efficient way of surviving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stealth and ambush.
But I've started recording and YouTubing that just as something to try to generate some views on my YouTube. Though I'm not sure any of those are getting any funds to me, either because people aren't watching, which is the most likely thing, or because it's my ancient pre-YouTube Google merge, and YouTube has done its best to make me not use that account. But it has all my stuff on it, so what? Anyway, and at the moment I have 8 campaigns of Neverwinter Nights 2, Neverwinter Nights 1, Neverwinter Nights Shadows of Undrentide, all of that, and Mask of the Betrayer, all of that to get finished. So I got enough video games on my palette right now before I start another one.
I was really disappointed in Neverwinter Nights, at least on the Xbox One, because it was sad.
Are you talking about that
I'm amazed.
MMO that
Even at first level, my quest is to go collect arrows for the archers. I'm sorry, I can't stay with you.
was that the MMO thing?
Yeah, it's free to play on the consoles.
Oh yeah,
So-
I played that for about 10 minutes and said this isn't D&D. I went.
Yeah,
I was.
I got the third level and said, you know what, my OCD isn't even interested. Sorry.
I'm just gonna say I'm glad I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I was talking about the D&D game, Neverwinter Nights and Neverwinter 2 from. the
Oh,
single player-
Neverwinter Nights. Okay.
I was
Okay.
talking about the single player game from early 2000s, and I think he thought I was talking about the MMO, which is a piece of crap.
Anyway,
But
so this is the end of the Act 1 or first scene or however you like. We can move on, or if you wanna comment on something before continue, what you like, what you
sorry.
what you didn't like, before we continue the story.
My only comment is if you're going to, on the character creation, if you're going to remove stunts, which is one of the suggested things to do for horror movies type things, is to next time put it into your description because stunts are the standard. So most people, if you don't tell them the stunts aren't going to be involved, they will assume the stunts are. But that was
Yeah. I'm gonna apologize for that. This is my first game, and basically the decision was on the spot because I thought that for the rookies this would be a bit unwieldy.
right. Okay.
That's all the decision. I mean, I respect people's expectation. No expectations. I don't change the rules lightly. Only we were running out of time and everything, and let's just say. Felt the right thing as an emergency measure rather than something I
I understand completely, and you don't have to explain it.
Okay.
I would suggest next time you might want to warn people. Because-
Well, next time I will, if we do continue this, I'm gonna sit down with you, Luke, because you're an experienced player, and of course everyone is invited. But I'm gonna explicitly sit down with Luke to flesh out the details about the rule. I know I have already been criticized for doing everything, how do I say it, too softly. I improvise too much. I go with gut feeling too much. I tend to forget defense roles, stuff like that. And I have been criticized over this, and I'm working on this. But of course, this is my first.
No stress.
Yeah, you're doing fine. It's just takes experience. The more you do it, the better you'll get.
I am unlikely to be able to continue an extended game at this time slot because this is usually the same time slot I play with my brother, with our games. But I will be. You can always come and ask me. And later on in the month, I am running a series of one-shots on this. I have a 5-day weekend, so I'm running a series of 9 one-shots. Some of them are fake, some of them aren't.
Yeah, I was going to apply for that, but we can talk about it after the game.
Right. Right. But
because
anyway,
I had some questions for you about these games of yours, and of course, somewhere along the story, I didn't. I missed link between your G Plus and Facebook profile, so I didn't connect it to the same person. Anyways, so much better as we now, but we're gonna return back to the game.
right. I am eager to get to shooting aliens.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
We're gonna have that brief moment of elation where we think we're doing awesome and killing things, and then everything's gonna go horribly, horribly wrong, like every XCOM mission ever.
Again, this is not an XCOM mission. This
I know,
is a horror movie, and I actually.
This is just a tutorial, man. Only one of us can survive the tutorial.
No, it's worse. We're the German guys who were already taken out before the tutorial started.
No. They will create an XCOM after they find your child bodies.
Exactly.
You know, remember like in the Game of Thrones, the book.
Yes.
You know, you are those first Night Watch guys who are eaten by the ice zombies, you know, at the prologue of the book. Anyway, if we decide to continue this, I'm gonna take some time and plan ahead, but this game is strictly my shot at the internet myth that you cannot do a horror movie in Fate.
So far, so good.
I heard it mentioned in Fate books and online communities, and I, being ambitious as I am, I decided to take the shot. Anyway, we're returning to the scene. I'm gonna say that Snake Man disappeared in the bushes, and Jesus, I'm gonna say that it makes no sense chasing him further. and you are back at the house. And I'm reminding everyone, well, actually someone, Zoe, I think, noticed that there was movement inside of the house.
Yes, and she will pass that along after she's through shouting, "What the hell, Sarge? What are y'all shooting at me for? I was just trying to tell you about what I saw over there."
You didn't hear that giant snake creeping up behind you?
That was just an hallucination. I told Sarge about that about what 10, 15 minutes ago. Just sort of.
That was
Such a drama queen. Sarge, why
quite
you
the
bring her
mass
along?
hallucination. I don't know. I'm pretty sure she's going to breach the next door.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, when GM has nothing to do, he has communication guy do another.
Might as well give up
Anyway.
on those radios, Pete. I don't think anybody's going to hear us.
Well,
At
if
this
they don't hear us, how are we gonna survive this?
It's a good question.
I
Maybe
mean, not like these snake men are zombies and they're gonna disappear in the morning.
maybe there's a phone in the house.
If it's working, unlike everything else.
Okay. Oh,
Well, I say we,
I saw something in that house, and there was the small thing. Was that out in the field or was that in the house?
You notice child or something that looked to you like a child in the field, but you
Okay.
also noticed movement inside the house. These are two different things.
so
And
were the drag marks anywhere near where you saw the movement in the field?
Mm,
Oh,
I'd say
well,
I'd say it's in the opposite direction.
Okay.
okay, she'll relay that. It's like I saw something in the fields. I mean, remember what I said about the Stephen King novel? Kind of looked a little short person, head not quite right. There was movement up there in that house too. I don't know. Lights
Sarge,
on.
I hate to break it to you, but we're still short some people.
Well, Alfred's right there. Isn't Alfred right there? I don't know if Alfred's there. I don't know if he's been redshirted.
Yeah, Alpha is dead. Marcus is missing.
Oh. Hey, where's Marcus? That was the
Well, I did see some drag marks head off to the opposite direction of the field there. And Sergeant kind of point out where they were at.
It's vaguely in the same direction from which the snake came and where snake fled.
Okay.
Y'all think he might have been dragged this way, Sarge?
Yeah, I'd say we should probably try to see if we can communicate back with base somehow. Let's go in that house and see if there's a phone working inside there.
Okay. Am I really on point, sir?
What kind of weapon do you have?
Well, I'm assuming we're doing basic rifles, so she's our quote-unquote sniper.
You have sniper rifle
Oh.
with you,
I have a sniper rifle.
and if you like, you can have a smaller automatic weapon. I mean, basically everyone has an automatic weapon of some sort.
I'll I'll take a P90 as a second weapon. There.
And of course, as a last result, everyone has pistols.
Okay.
Maybe knives, however you like.
I'll take a sniper rifle, the P90, and a knife. I'll forego the pistol since I already have 2 guns.
Okay.
Yeah, Sarge is just gonna have a. Lucas is gonna have a. What is it? FNFAL, the UN weapon of choice, or it was a while ago, and a large, like 45 Magnum revolver for his sidearm.
Dirty Harry?
Yes, exactly, and then a bandolier of grenades. Across
Yeah,
his
of course. Well, let's say you have a few grenades each. If I start thinking that you're throwing too much grenades, I'll have you spend fate point to do so.
Gotcha.
In the meantime, you have some of them for free.
How much ammo you are? Sorry, yeah, perfect. All right. How much ammo you got left for that saw, Jesus?
Marcus had the backup boxes, so like, I don't know, I heard less than 100 rounds.
All right.
Well, that ain't hardly anything.
Okay. Let's just say that now you can share the spare ammo with Jesus, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna change that temporary aspect into you having, I don't know, guilty conscience about losing Marcus or something like that.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, would it be possible for me to do a look around on the farm, see if I can find like a shotgun or something to give to Jesus as something other than a pistol to back up? I'll spend a fate point on Farm Girl to do it.
Oh, you're assuming that there's a shotgun stashed somewhere.
Maybe back in the barn or something.
Well, you
It'd be in the house
wanna
unless we found a body with it.
Yeah.
well,
Sure, yeah.
actually, if you wanna roll wilderness before
Okay.
spending a fate point, I mean,
Okay. I'll spin before I spin the fate point, or
instead.
instead. Okay.
And Lucas's rifle would be basically the same as Jesus's. I mean, Jesus has got the saw, but the
Okay.
M2 is basically the same thing. So we can share ammo. I might give him a couple of mags.
Yeah, that sounds okay. I mean, most of you have standard weapons, so you
Right.
can share the ammo. That's pretty much the point. Anyway, let's say you find some beaten up old shotgun stashed somewhere.
Yeah. So she'll take that. It probably doesn't have much more shots to it than the saw does at this point. But yeah, when we run out of that, maybe you can turn to this. We'll probably find ammo up in that house over there.
The shotgun's a better breach weapon anyway.
Anyway, so how you gonna enter the house?
Oh, it's the farmhouse, right?
Yeah, it appears.
Okay, so it'll have a front entrance and the back entrance.
Yeah, and let's say you
I'm
are.
gonna invoke my own trouble here, boss.
Mhm.
They say I'm strong, but they are weak. I'm certainly not letting Chica go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, no question about it. I mean, this doesn't seem to be worthy of fate point. We're gonna say, okay, you wanna go first to the door, no problem.
And Radcliffe will back off because she's PFC and she's awed by leadership, and everybody here outranks her.
Yeah, that too. So anyway, you wanna buzz the door? You wanna knock? How we wanna?
I'm gonna bang on the door first. No reason to kick somebody's door down if they're actually just sleeping through all of the gunfire that we've already unleashed.
Gunfire
That's like
grenade.
that's a pretty deep. That's a pretty deep sleep.
Yeah. We heard no movement in the house. There's no lights on. Nothing. The Sarge blew the roof off the barn.
Zoe, make a notice roll.
Okay, that's what I'm good at. Somewhere my younger sister is growling at me.
Good enough. You spotted a child inside the house, and this time you're sure it's actually a child, and it's pretty scared, and it's clutching a doll.
Oh, male, female?
Like this, you know.
Right. Oh, girl or boy?
A girl, obviously.
Okay. Hey, there's a kid in there. She's over there. Kind of got a toy, doll or something, stuffed unicorn.
Tell her to open the door.
Hey.
Actually, Jesus, you better tell them because I'm gonna guess you're the only one who speaks Spanish. Actually, your Spanish is probably best.
Okay. So I'm guessing we're south of the border then.
Somewhere South America.
Okay.
Unspecified.
Abra la puerta.
Okay. Actually, I understood that. Open the door. ¿Qué? Okay, but we can continue in English. So the kid actually...
Where are your parents, little girl? Hurry up.
I don't know where my parents are. Who are you?
We're with the government. We're here to protect you.
Americanos?
Some of us are Americans. We're part of an international group here to help.
Okay.
Are your parents sleeping?
I don't know. I'm
Open the door.
scared.
understand.
You hear
I
the
understand you're scared.
movement inside, and slowly you hear the door unlock.
All right, Sarge, I'm going in.
I'm right behind you. Zoe, you got our 6, right?
Hi. Yes. Right, sir. I'll watch the fields over here. Still don't trust them, and I'll keep a lookout for that snake since you guys say it was real.
Okay.
Alfred, you got my 3? That's right. 3, 9.
Okay. So anyway, little kid, little girl, long blonde hair. Okay,
We've got to be
let's...
in Argentina then.
Yeah, that's actually my thought exactly. And he says, I don't know where my mommy and daddy are.
All right, well, why don't you and I go look together real quick? My friends are going to stay here in the front room and protect you. Show me where Mommy and Daddy's bedroom is. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Okay. No, just me. We just moved a year ago here.
Where did you move from? The big city?
Yeah. Buenos Aires.
Your daddy's a farmer? I assume we're walking
He
out the
was
hall
an
somewhere.
investor before the crisis.
Okay.
Anyway, you
I'm just going
move.
to clear the rooms as carefully as possible.
Okay. Basic farmhouse. You go upstairs and you find an empty bed. How do I put it? It's not made perfectly. There is some sheets are moved, but underneath it, the lower sheets are placed so well that you don't think anyone slept there tonight. You're not sure. But it's like it looks almost like a display bed.
So where are your mommy and daddy?
I don't know. They put me to sleep. And then I dreamt. And then... And you can tell she's real frightened.
So what's
Jesus,
your bedtime? Yes, go ahead.
Jesus, do you have empathy at above 0?
Yes, I have empathy at 1.
Okay, make a roll. Okay. Um. Uh. She says, I dreamt I was flying over the farm. And then after that, some man, like uncle, but not necessarily related, and not necessarily a relative, but an adult man, gave me a shot at my bottom, like when in hospital when I'm sick, only I'm not sick.
Tell me about this flying. How were you doing that in your dream? That sounds really scary.
I don't know. It's like in the movies, you know, when you can see like a bird is flying over the
But you didn't recognize the man?
no, I didn't see his face. I just saw I was turning, and then I was like at some room, but not in the house, somewhere else. And he gave me a shot like in hospital. And then I woke up and I called mommy and daddy, and there was no one else.
Oh, that's a scary
And
dream.
then I came down looking for them, and then he started shooting outside.
Well, since nobody else is upstairs, why don't we go back downstairs? What is your name, Chica?
Oh, Paulina.
All right, Paulina. Why don't we go back downstairs and see if we can find you something to snack on in the kitchen while I talk to my friends.
Okay. Okay. Guys, anyone wanna do a search of the house?
Yeah, I was gonna say while Zoe was kind of watching the fields and stuff, Lucas would have been working his way through the house, methodically checking all the rooms to make sure the rest of the house was clear.
I think
And
we got Pete and Alfred to help you with that. Well,
Oh,
Alfred,
yeah. Forgot about
Yeah.
Pete and Alfred, but they'd be clearing rooms with him too, and we'd be looking for a phone
Okay.
as well.
Make a leadership roll. Since I didn't put investigation, let's make a leadership. Okay. So, here's the thing. You do find, and I really don't want to invent, but yeah, you do find some papers and general bills and stuff like that. Some mail, etc. That there is it name what? If she's Paulina, let's say Eduardo and Maria Rios. Okay.
okay.
Anyway, and you find some bills, some purchases, etc. It takes you a while to understand it properly, but by now everyone in American army needs a bit of Spanish. But you notice one thing which is interesting at best. It seems that the house they bought is at a discount price.
Oh,
That's
that's-
one thing. And the other thing is the house is mainly has pictures and displayed of the previous owners, what you at least guess are the previous owners who are like antique and God knows when it was used. Basically, that is it. Seems like a normal house. You don't have any particular reason to anything else. Only the parents are missing.
Gotcha. Yeah, so we'd relay whatever, just if we found whatever we found interesting about the house, we'd relay it to Jesus when he got back downstairs, and Sarge would ask him, what'd you find up there, Jesus?
There wasn't anything upstairs, boss. Just little girl, empty bed. Doesn't look like anybody slept in it last night.
Anybody see a phone around?
You are asking the wrong guy.
Okay. Pete, the computer guy, says, no, boss, it's dead like everything else. TV, also nothing.
So do we land like Sky Ranger style, or do we get dropped off and we have to make it to an extraction point?
Well, you definitely have to make to the extraction point, and let's say that because it's now relevant, your car broke down, and you basically went to the farm to see if you can get telephone.
Gotcha.
Because
So nobody knows we're stuck out here.
something like that.
All right.
But okay, Does anyone has computer or science at any significant level?
I've got it at 1.
Hmm. Make a roll and make it good.
I just have it here. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's not good.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it with the. Well, I'm gonna give you something. Obviously, you're gonna know it's a bad idea, but it's a movie, so your character doesn't know. Maybe if you could get at the higher altitude, maybe you would be able to pick it up.
Gotcha.
And you notice a hill relatively near.
Say that again?
You notice a hill
Oh,
not
hill.
too
Okay.
far from the house.
Gotcha. Well, since there's nothing here that works, maybe we should try to get up on top of that hill. Maybe our radios will work better from up there. Or, we'll get some cell reception or something.
Okay. I suppose that's what I should be doing, going up to the top now, shouldn't I?
I say we all go together.
All right.
Jesus, you take point. I'll keep the girl with me. Zoe, you trail. And
Okay. I'm gonna remind Zoe of one useful detail that Luke may have forgotten about it.
Go ahead.
You seem to have noticed some kid in the field.
Oh, I had mentioned that to them before, that I thought I
Yeah,
saw.
but now you
Yeah.
have a real kid inside the house. And you might want to talk to her about it.
Oh, if I can speak. Oh, well, she's Texan. She might speak a little bit of Spanish. Hey,
Or
is
you
there-
may ask someone to translate. But the point is, you may want to talk to this kid about the other kid.
Right. That's a good point. Hey, is there another kid around these areas? I thought I saw another kid. Could you ask her if there's another kid? I mean, I could try, but I think I might ask where the football is.
Yeah, you don't want to know where that football is. So I will ask Paulina, are there neighbors nearby? Are there other little children? You said you didn't have any brothers and sisters.
No, I didn't see anyone.
So you said you lived here for about a year. You haven't met any of your neighbors?
Well, I did meet my neighbors, but they're not very near here. They're in the next farm, which is over the hill.
I see. Sorry, Zoe. She says next farm's at least half a mile away.
And I suppose you can see Juliana.
Who's Juliana?
Who's Juliana? Oh, is she the girl?
Paulina's a little girl.
Or Pauline's the little girl?
Juliana does not exist. Well, that's at least what Mommy and Daddy tell me.
Oh, so you have a special friend named Juliana?
Well, she's not really a friend. She's like creepy.
What does she look like?
She looks like she has a cancer. You know, all bald. And
Is her
she
skin a darker
like
color, or like mine, or more like yours?
no. Blanco, pale white. She likes to torture animals. I don't like her. But
I
Mommy
see.
and Daddy tell me she does not exist. Okay, look.
Yes.
Make a willpower roll.
I'm a little bit good at that. I'm actually fairly good at that. Got a +3. I'm going to pull a fate point on being just a little spooky.
Hey, damn it! I could use now Sectoid to possess you. Okay.
Well, that's a 3.
Okay. For the moment, you actually have a feeling like you are the. You don't sense it exactly, but like there's. It, you see yourself and the rest of you that are inside in front of the house, like someone being relatively far away and looking at you. You know, like as if there's a camera somewhere recording you. That's how you see it. You can relatively guess where it is, but it's just for the moment. And normally you would not think anything about this until the snake incident.
Okay. Whoa. It's like something's watching me. It's like she's going to try to angle her sniper rifle on the path that leads back towards where she thought she was being watched from, and see what she can see.
Roll notice.
Oh, I'm already in the fate roller. I only got a 4.
Okay. You got for a fleeting moment, again like it was this kid you saw earlier, you're sure now it's the same person, but you are much less sure that it's actually a kid. I mean, it's short and like it's got bald head. But you saw it just from the behind, and again as if it was going back into the bushes.
So, Paulina, where does Juliana live?
I don't know. She hides.
There's something up there. It was watching me, and I saw it watching me. And then I looked through the sniper rifle, and it was there. And then it went away.
Up where?
She's pointing.
That's where Juliana hides.
Is it a forested hilltop? What are we looking at?
It's an area of how do I say, reed, bush.
Marsh.
Not too marshy, but there's some water and there's really tall grass.
Okay.
And reed, it's like, I'm guessing to a grown man about till waist, maybe a bit taller. I mean, again, it's XCOM scenery.
Right.
Okay.
You didn't
Bang!
see the target before, and now you're seeing targets where there aren't any, Zoe?
As you were speaking, Jesus, as you were speaking, something slams in the house, like door or window, or maybe window lids. You're not sure.
Anybody else closer to it than I am? Because I guess we're in the front room or in the kitchen.
Well, Marcus is over. Actually, Alfred is over there. He can
Alfred
check
is.
it.
Sarge?
Sergeant grab Pete and kind of shove him off to flank the door back to wherever that was. You said Alfred's back in that room when it happened?
Yeah, Alfred was somewhere around there.
Okay. And he'd call, Alfred! Alfred, what the hell was that? And, he'd get his weapon ready and start moving that way and kind of motion for everybody else to kind of follow.
Okay.
He'd keep calling for Alfred, too. Alfred! Alfred!
Zoe's going to linger back a little bit, trying to calculate about where she thinks that thinks that thing went, and see if she can line up a shot or something. Kind of thinking of subconsciously going on that link that she felt that feedback when it was likely projecting, and I'll spend a fate point to be able to do that.
Yeah, well, that was exactly what I was going to. Make a willpower roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to make. Sorry.
If you fail, make a willpower roll. If you fail and nothing happens, you keep your willpower point. Fate point. If you succeed, we'll see what happens.
I've got a +3, and that gives me fate.
Okay, good enough.
Fate. Where am I?
Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, okay.
Fate 4. Well, I'm at fate 3 now.
Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to create an advantage and aspect of.
Before that.
Okay.
Shoot them. Shoot all of them.
Then, okay. Then I'm going to track on. I'm going to try to. Do I have to be forced? Is there any impetus? Am I being forced to turn and shoot other people? Or
yeah, it's not strong enough still, but you now can clearly feel the desire to kill them.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go on literal genie mode here. It's not being specific on who them is, so I'm going to start with the thing up there that I'm lining up on.
Okay. Since you already had willpower roll and notice roll, make a damn stupid shoot roll.
Okay. A shoot roll. That is +3. And I'm going to go ahead and spend a fate point on talented to make that a 5.
Okay. And you definitely hit something. And you notice red blood spilling out. You're not sure out of what, but it's important. It's red blood. And
Good job. You just killed one of the parents.
and you hear in your voice, in your head, now you made me angry.
So, Lucas, when he hears the sniper rifle go off, he turned back. What the hell, Zoe? What are you shooting at?
He's the reason why you did it, isn't he?
What?
You hear in your head.
It's like there's something up there that's talking to me right now.
Something's talking to you. Was your radio working?
No. It's up here.
Okay, wait a second. Lucas, she looks like she's not right. Like, mental.
I'm doing the panicky, shooting wild thing.
She looks visibly disturbed.
She's got that little electron cloud floating around her head that says that she's been dominated.
No, well, she's not yet fully controlled. But
I'm on the berserk mode. I'm not on controlled mode right now.
Yes, the one where you randomly turn around and just target somebody and start shooting them for no reason.
Okay, Ben.
All right, so
You
Lucas
are
would.
supposed to know what to do when your soldier goes psycho.
Right, yeah, so Lucas is going to motion for the other three guys to go and see what the hell happened to Alfred back in the other room, since he hasn't responded to us yelling at him yet. And he's going to run over to Zoe and just, like, grab the rifle out of her hands if he can. And just kind of, like, start smacking her. Get yourself together!
That would be a physique roll.
Or
Physique roll.
okay.
For
Nice.
a change.
Oh, and I will roll against it.
Yeah, physique versus physique.
Not melee. Physique. Okay. Physique. +2. Where's my fate roller? It is loading. Of course it is. Well, I don't think you're going to have a problem, sir.
Okay, you took a gun out of her head.
And he kind of just starts smacking her in the face a little bit, like, God, pull yourself together. What the hell's going on with you?
Look,
Yeah.
want a fate point?
Oh, no. Sure, why not?
Okay, take a fate point and draw a gun.
Roll again?
Take a fate point and draw your pistol.
Oh, God. Draw my fist. Okay. She's like, you take the gun and she pulls the P90 from the shoulder strap. Starts bringing it up because you just attacked her. As a note, my character does have awed by leadership. You can spend a fate point to compel that.
Yeah, well, whatever it's compelled, take a fate point.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you, as a player, can compel my aspects.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna give him advantage for that. But you take a fate point prior to that, meaning that you draw a gun against him.
Yeah,
And-
Yep. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Okay. I got my fate point of 3, and she's drawing her P90. Because everybody's just against her. If they're in my mind, they can be in your mind too. And I don't know. I can't trust that she's doing that.
Okay. So as she goes to do that, Sarge would. So how does that compel thing work?
Basically, normal compel would work like this. When you want to use someone else's aspect in your favor against someone else, doesn't really matter whose aspect it is, you give a fate point to that other person.
So I spend one of my fate points and give it to them.
You can use the opposite. You can use someone else's aspect for your advantage against them. You pay fate point. If you use someone else's advantage, someone else's aspect against you, you get the fate point. But in this situation, I'm gonna rule that your aspect automatic oddball leadership is automatically applicable, automatically relevant. So you have an advantage. Make a leadership roll.
Okay.
And don't mess it.
I'll
And,
definitely try.
and then do the role playing. Okay. I'd say it's good enough to calm her.
Okay, yeah. So he'd kind of grab the P90 as she goes to go pull it up and point it at him, and just snap or get yourself together, soldier. That's an order. And he like kind of just yanks the gun off the harness. Snaps the clasp on the harness.
And in that very moment, the voice and the drive you felt suddenly disappears.
Okay, cool.
It's perfectly okay to simply say do nothing and let the few moments be like confused or anything.
She'll do that. It's like, whoa, thank you, sir. And just be taking a few moments to calm down.
Yeah, Sarge would still be holding, both her P90 and her sniper rifle in his hands, letting his rifle hang on its harness in his chest, and he's just kind of backing up, looking at her like, "What in the hell happened to this person?"
Okay, I'm gonna do some rolling. Just a second. Okay, I should change my color. No, I need something more gay for aliens. Okay, I shouldn't forget that I said that. Apologies.
Not politically correct.
Yeah. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Who wants to get shot?
That would be my
Right. Alfred's already missing. So I can't.
Yeah, and Pete is looking for him. So basically means two of you are outside. Jesus is with the little girl inside. Basically, they're shooting at you. Let's start this first. Make a notice rolls, please.
Okay.
To be able to
notice where the fire is coming from.
Yeah, that's not a problem. More important is to notice that you're being fired at, to be able to dodge the attack to begin with.
Okay.
Uh,
You got a 5.
okay. Look. Zoe gets the boost.
Woo!
Ben, make a athletics roll.
Okay.
Supposing you're taking cover.
Sure.
Or you can take 1 stress and shoot back immediately, however you prefer.
I think I'm actually going to take a stress and shoot back because
Okay.
no athletics.
So then you mark the first, not first, second stress box.
Sure.
Meaning this result I got +2 is your okay. That's shoot. +4. Okay. You killed one of them. And well, I'll skip the description, but you shot a sectoid.
Okay.
You know, as I said, aliens have red shirts too. Basically, Jesus, you're seeing your boss being shot, and you see, well, like little children shooting at 2 of them from the corn, not corn, from the wheat, from the what, the reed, whatever it
Grass
is.
is out there, yeah.
Yeah.
Alfalfa field or something.
All right, so I'm standing in the kitchen, and I can see that they're shooting at the folks who are at the side of the house.
Yeah, you have by far best cover.
I have no intention of giving that up, so I will shove the saw out through the window and lay down a covering fire across the whatever. It's not a marsh, but whatever the cover is. See if I can create an advantage for my allies here.
Yeah, definitely. Shoot. What can I say? You need the basic success to get that. 4. Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 boost. In addition to the covering fire. So it's now basically, you can see, Zoe, you are relatively in the open, but you are at least lying on the ground. You understand me? Look.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to Lucas. My apologies.
Zoe,
okay.
well, because we're starting the combat now.
Okay. Zoe
you-
currently doesn't have weapons.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, this wasn't planned, but I like it.
Because right now the sniper rifle's been thrown off to the side somewhere, and the Sarge has her P90. She's going to be trying to stay low and cover, and going to make an advantage for. I don't have a stealth thing. Bad sniper. I'm going to be trying to roll. Make an advantage.
Wait a second. Look, it's perfectly okay to do a bit of tweaking of your skills. I mean,
I know. I just tend not to like to do it if I've already in the game. It's a personal thing on me. I don't mind
but that happens. But that happens no matter how experienced you are, and 0 session is where it's something is find stealth to push, and meanwhile make a leadership roll, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a stealth at +1 and replace one of my others, and I will make that leadership roll.
Okay.
And I get a 2. And
okay, and here's why you made the roll.
Okay.
You also have your grenades.
Oh!
That's what. Say
Okay.
thank you, dear Gym Master.
Is the area we're being fired on from within throwing distance from the grenades?
Of course it is.
Okay, so she's going to take one of her
It's not
grenades.
gonna be easy, but it can be done.
Okay, she's going to take one of her grenades and going to take advantage of the covering fire aspect. Well,
Okay.
I don't know if I have to yet. Actually, I'm going to save that till after the roll. And
Okay.
I'm going to throw a grenade at the area where we're getting the heavier fire from.
Okay, athletics roll.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take the free invoke from the covering fire to
Okay.
get a +2 and make that a 3. And I think
Okay.
spend a fate point on talented to make that a 5.
That was what I was going to suggest, but yes. And now here's something what you actually can do. You can invoke different aspects in a single roll. That's something for rookies to learn. If something we keep forgetting to mention, you cannot invoke the same aspect twice, but you can invoke as many aspects as you have boosts, free invokes, whatever it is.
And
Gotcha.
in some versions, if you've built up a lot of tags on the same aspect for free invokes, you can burn them all on one action. But that takes a lot of maneuvering, which we haven't been doing.
Well, if actually someone goes to the trouble and does something like that, I am more than willing to avoid this, but...
Oh, I'm just saying we haven't made the effort to do it yet. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll on the sectoid defense as a unit.
Okay.
And again, by accident, I clicked. Since sectoids are not too good at anything other than mind controlling, okay, there's an aspect going on. Sectoids flying to the sky. Okay, so you basically threw a grenade over there, and it blew the what's the reed, and blew up the reed and the grass, and there are small alien bodies no bigger than Paulina flying all over the place. Many of them are killed, not all of them.
Oh, lovely. It's some stress to the squad.
Yeah, it's a lot of stress to the squad. I'm gonna now think of what I'm gonna do for them. Okay. Now, since basically covering fires has been spent, at least the free invoke has been spent, I am free to shoot, and everyone can spend fate point to defend. But I'm gonna let them shoot again.
So we roll athletics to defend, and if we need to, we can spend fate points. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you still have covering fire as an aspect, but free invoke is gone, but
Okay.
you can spend additional boost fate points as long as it's relevant.
Got it.
So did he use the boost or did he use the free invoke that was on covering fire?
He
I only used
free,
invoke.
free invoke and
Okay.
his own fate point.
So there's still a boost, which is the equivalent of an invocation for somebody else to use if they need it.
Yeah, there's still one tag out there. So
Yeah. Okay. Mm.
So they're basically shooting at all of us now.
Yeah, but they're shooting so poorly that Lucas, I mean Ben, you wanna dive for cover, or take one stress?
He'll take some cover since he got hit by those plasma bolts or whatever last time.
Okay. Okay.
holy God! What explode?
Hmm. Zoe, I'm not
Yes?
really sure what you roll, so please
I rolled-
explain.
I rolled athletics because it's the general defense against ranged attacks.
You don't need to because the roll was only +1,
Okay.
meaning they can hit only one target and
Oh,
not
okay.
everyone.
I thought they were hitting the zone. My apologies.
Yeah, but with such a poor roll, I've made it that it's danger just for one character, not for everyone.
Okay.
Basically meaning you and Jesus have free actions. I mean, without any significant fire.
Okay. Well, Zoe's going to go dodging for her sniper rifle then.
Okay.
That's her action this round. She's going to,
Athletics.
okay. Should I use that roll I just did since it's the same athletic?
Yeah. What is fair?
Two.
Let's
Yeah.
just say that you are almost to your sniper rifle. This is a
Okay.
horror story. It's not gonna be easy.
No,
Okay.
I did the same. I did the same rule of very, very small zones in my horse system.
Well, again, in horror movies, everything is tougher.
Yeah, I know. I did the same. Like I said, I used the same.
Okay. Jesus.
I'm going to continue to enhance covering fire since that is my job.
Okay. You did the shoot. You did the shoot. Okay.
No, I'll do that now.
Athletics defend. What for?
I thought you were shooting at me. It was an unnecessary roll.
Okay. Shoot at them. Okay. I'm gonna roll the defense. Oh, brother.
That's success with style, baby.
Well, let's just say that you killed a bunch of them, even though you were laying defensive fire.
Okay, I'll take that as a bonus.
Still trying to
Okay.
pick themselves up after being blown up by the grenade.
Okay, and make a notice roll.
Who? Everybody?
Better alert, not notice. Alert. If you have it. If not,
I was going to ask you what the difference was between alertness and notice.
alertness is when someone is trying to sneak on you. Notice is when you're actively looking for something. Okay, and now, do you know why I'm rolling at +5? You don't, of course. Okay, take a fate point, since you are the first one to die, and actually, as you were shooting at the sectoids and killing all of them, Snake Man creeps behind you, and let's just say, his venom dipping on your shoulder. And I'm gonna let it last to savor the moment. Okay, so the snake man has a real advantage, but since this is a horror movie, I'm not gonna just kill you like that because you're a player character. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to think of something clever and well, stay alive for a while. You will be hammered by the snake man, but think of something.
I presume you're talking to Jesus?
Yeah, to you.
Okay. So Jesus will go ahead and I'll suggest a compel on guilty conscience, or because that's what you said that replaced almost out of ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it almost out of ammo's gone, then no, I'll go ahead and take the hit, whatever that is.
Okay. So Snake Man is already at advantage of you. So he's okay. +5 was his stealth. I've used up to of his +4. Let's make fight +3. Okay. You take +4 hit, and he invoke his poison venom. Basically, you got 6 stress level. Distribute them. Meaning one.
I don't get a defend roll.
Well, because he creeped up on you, no.
Okay.
That's what the alertness roll was. Because he easily beat you on alertness, you don't get to defend.
Okay.
Okay, so how bad consequence do you want?
I'll take 1 stress box. I have, because my physique is 3, I've got 4 physical stress. I'll just take
Okay.
number 4 stress box and a mild consequence.
Okay, and the mild, you wanna think of mild consequence, or you gonna take one from me?
I'll just take bitten in the back.
I was thinking of a none, but something like that.
That's fine.
And your arm is going numb as the snake man poison goes through you.
This one has not yet been invoked by you.
Okay. Paulina screams, and 2 of you, let's say, 2 of you make a notice rolls. Alertness. Doesn't really.
Alertness rolls?
Alertness or
Whichever you prefer, frankly.
Well, I definitely prefer notice. Mutiny. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and call it alertness, though I know it's lower, but
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a fate point to make that a little better.
Well, I'd suggest you outright reroll it.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay.
and I'm going to spend a fate point on a little spooky to get a +2 for 3.
Okay. Well, there's no real.
It didn't help much.
Well, actually, I know I shouldn't do that, but I have a principle. Principle, and that is, if fate point does not help you, you keep it. So basically,
Oh,
You
okay.
can roll one more. Spend one more fate point to make a second reroll. But you spend. Okay. Okay. But you have 0 fate point, right?
That would put me at 1 fate point now.
Okay. 1 fate point. Okay. So,
Is there
basic.
still, go on? Is there still a boost is there still a boost on the covering fire? Or is the covering fire? No, the covering fire is probably down since.
No, because
Yeah, well,
I got success with style and enhancing it, so there's 2 invocations on it and still a boost left.
okay, I'm gonna let you use it in the next round if you think something creative enough. For the moment, after this spending fate point bonanza, Zoe and Lucas can see that Snake Man is wrestling with Jesus, and actually Snake Man is taller and bigger and looks stronger than he is.
Oh dear. P90, P90. You have my P90. Where is it?
He would have dropped both those on the ground, basically right at his feet when he started taking fire and whipped his rifle up and started
Kick
firing
back.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, he'll Lucas will kick one of the P90 over to you.
Isn't a knife as useful as P90 in this situation? I mean,
My melee's not too high, but I guess I'm also yeah. Plus, I think with her shoot at 3 and her melee at 1, she tends to default towards shoot if she can.
You know there's a problem with shooting while Snake Man and Jesus are wrestling.
This is true. Okay, she will draw the knife and charge forward and try to slash through the neck of the Snake Man.
Okay. Let's start with athletics. Basically, to see how fast she can run and how fast she can react. Call it something like an initiative.
I got it.
I don't like it enough. Ben.
Okay.
What's your action?
So, how is the Snake Man on Jesus? Is he like kind of
Biting him.
So he's on his back, basically biting him.
David, you want a back or an arm? Whichever
He's still
you
behind me. That's fine.
So okay.
Okay, but do you like it to be bitten more into the back or into the arm?
He bit me in the back.
Okay, so here's the answer.
Okay, so he's behind him. So what Lucas would do, just because shit's getting real here, and he's not sure what else might be in the house behind him. So where did Paulina go?
Paulina is screaming somewhere near you.
Near me?
Well, she was next to Jesus when he was attacked. You're not really sure where she is, but you have a bigger thing to worry about.
Right. So what I was kind of thinking about doing is, since the Snake Man is at Jesus' back, I was going to throw a grenade, try to throw a grenade over its shoulder into the room behind it.
No. You're going to kill everyone in the house.
Well, the Snake Man would absorb most of the blast from Jesus, but
not in Fate Corp. No way. No way. Everyone in the zone is gonna eat it.
all right.
Real bad idea.
This is XCOM. You'd still throw a grenade into the kitchen anyway. Screw the
That's
little
exactly
girls.
what I was thinking. That's what I would do.
Screw
I'd
the squad. Throw the
I'd throw it
grenade.
so that the little red box lands so that the it's just on the edge of the snake man is.
Excuse me.
That's fine.
Excuse me, silly question.
Mhm.
You would really throw a hand grenade while your soldier is still alive?
Well, that's the thing. That's why I was asking what a snake man was, because I was thinking the snake man would take most of the blast. But if he's not going to, that's fine. We won't
This
go that
is
route.
fate court. Everyone in the house is gonna get killed, including the little girl.
Gotcha. All right, so I won't do that. So how does it work? Like, if I did want to shoot at it, how does the mechanic work for that?
Well, I'm gonna give you, because you're tough as nails, soldier, and because you're not too far from them, I'm gonna have you make two different roles. Basically, leadership, to make sure that you can safely shoot at the snake man.
Okay.
And if the leadership goes well, you shoot at Snake Man.
Okay. Yeah, because what I was thinking was basically he'd, because Jesus is still laying down the covering fire, give me a chance to kind of stand up and walk towards this guy, and he kind of just do the
Well,
pull out
you
his 45
can,
and start.
alternatively, you can get into the house, but it will basically be a different action. You know.
Right. No, I think we'll go with that. He'll stand up and let his rifle hang since he's run out his burned through the clip, and pull out his 45 and start shooting at the snake's face.
Okay, well, if you want to get into the house and basically join the snake man in the melee, I'm gonna have you an athletics roll also.
Is it more than one zone from where he was? Outside?
Well, actually, athletic roll is to change the zone. Well, not really to change the zone, but to see how quickly he changes the zone, to see how long will it take him to get into the house and into a shooting position.
All right. So we'll go with that athletics roll.
Okay.
Good lord.
No. I'm gonna... okay, if I was really evil, I would say that you're blocking the door for Zoe, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let you fail this section and let Zoe in, and you basically wasted a round.
Okay.
I think it's appropriate. Zoe, you are now inside the house, but your athletic roll was not good enough to let you take an action this time, if you understand.
Well, I thought that was why you went on to other people, but okay.
Well, yeah, but I repeated that explicitly. Okay, Jesus. Basically, it's you and the snake man at the same time.
All right.
Tell me
So
what you want to do.
I think we're way too close. He's going to drop the saw and go hand to hand, see if he can toss the snake man through the window that he just shot open.
Okay. Because you're beaten, I'm gonna give Snake Man an advantage. You may match that with your strong aspect, but it's not gonna be easy. Okay? Okay. You wanna reload this?
No, it was something I didn't expect to work in the first place.
Okay.
It's
Logically,
XCOM,
the
it's
Snake
TPK.
Man is too large to fit through the kitchen window, so this was just a bad plan.
Okay.
Jesus is just
Venom's
an
getting to
impulsive
him.
kind of guy.
I'm gonna have Snake Man do his physique. And because he's a roll physique, he has some advantage on you. But you can resist with your physique.
I think that's a good resistance.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
I'll take the boost.
Okay, I'm gonna let you spend the boost. What you wanna happen it? Well, what you want to have happen?
Let's
What
see.
do you want to happen? Okay, again, I finally guessed the tense, right? Sorry, English is not my first language, and it's obvious by now, but
Yeah.
I will just make him briefly stunned. Somebody else can take it.
okay, stunned. Okay, let's just say Snake Man went to lift you, but didn't have time to throw you anywhere. Zoe, your
Okay.
melee action, or whatever you wanna actually do.
Well, let's see. Before I was dodging across the room to get my sniper rifle when the snake man attacked, and I went to go attack the snake man.
Yeah.
She is going to now jump on the stunned snake man and try to cut its throat.
Okay. That would be melee action.
Yes.
And don't think for a moment that he can't defend.
Okay, here we go. And that is a 3. Going to use the boost from him being stunned to get that to a 5.
Okay. And you done
Or stress.
4 stress. Yeah, that's right. That's a nasty stress. So you have Snakeman has a mild consequence. He's bleeding green blood.
Is this the one we already shot up, or is this a
Yeah,
new
yeah,
snake?
yeah. That's the one. Otherwise, he would take easily +4 stress without any consequence. So his
Okay.
top stress level was already filled. And
Okay
Good
then.
job, Zoe.
I'll
You're not totally useless after all.
Ah!
no one's totally useless in Fate Core. Even the useless manager is not totally useless in Fate Core, but that's another story.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
No, I know, but I once played in horror, horror Fate Core, a useless manager in nuclear power plant. Turned out I wasn't useless at all. I was doing create an advantage. Everything I did in the game, I only used, never anything else. But anyway, that's another story. Okay, so basically Zoe is inside, and that's her action. Ben, David, who wants to go first?
I suppose I'll go ahead, yeah.
Go for it.
All right, yeah. I suppose Lucas should still try to get into the house, or trying to get into the house. See, I speak English and I still can't do it right.
Doesn't matter.
I am
So-
caffeine fueled right now.
Yeah, I just downed a pot of coffee. So I stayed up until 2 or 3 last night playing another D&D game, and now I started out this morning here. So
That's a waste of coffee. Sorry, can't help.
So, do you want me to roll something, or can I get into the house now?
Well, you can get into the house.
Because
Mm,
basically what he'd do is follow Zoe in the window, or however she got in, and try to come up with his knife and
attack.
the,
Okay.
yeah.
Simple melee roll, please.
Okay.
Okay. Uh,
Ouch.
Ouch.
okay, this is real nasty. Okay, here's what Snake Man's gonna do. Snake Man is gonna throw Jesus at Lucas, and basically I'm gonna have two of you spend decide how you're gonna divide 6 stress level between two of you.
Well, just since Lucas is a pretty big dude and he's got physique as his top thing, could he try to absorb some of that by trying to catch Jesus?
Okay, I'm gonna have Jesus roll his physique. Okay, you are right. Jesus. But Snake Man has advantage on him because he lifted him last
Right.
round.
Well, I would say like the Snake Man maybe throws Jesus at him, but
He tried to throw me last round. He failed miserably at it.
Not exactly how I recall it, but okay, we'll make that to 4 stress level between two of you.
I guess we'll just split it evenly, 2 and 2. How does so 2 stress, is that 1 box or 2 boxes?
One
Yes.
box.
It fills
One-
the second box if you want.
All right. Well, I already got
So,
took some fire, so
then basically means you can take 3 stress levels.
yeah,
It's the
that
same
comes
thing
through.
for you.
If your second is filled, it goes up to the next higher one.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
but since I let them decide how to split, Ben can take 3, and David can take 1.
We could do that too.
I mean,
That's
I like fiddling with Fate Core because it does give you that.
Since I'm the one that he's got a hold of, that I'm doing the grappling, I'll take the 3. You can take the 1.
Okay, but there's a problem. But there is a problem because now 2 of you have an aspect piled on each other. So basically, at least 1 round, Zoe will have the pleasure of fighting Snake Man one-on-one.
Okay.
Zoe.
Okay.
Think something cool.
She is now her sergeant and the big guy with the saw are. Wait a minute. He dropped the saw a little bit ago, didn't he?
I did.
She's there with the knife. She's going to drop and roll and pull the saw up under her, wedged against the floor, and pull the trigger up into the Snake Man.
Okay, she's gonna again. What? Shoot the Snake Man.
Yeah, with the saw. Yeah.
Okay. Start with picking it up will be an athletic throw.
Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. I am going to go ahead and spend my last fate point to do a reroll,
Okay.
and that is a 5 on the athletics.
Okay. That means you have +2 on your first shoot roll, and you
Okay.
have 1 more boost. Make
Really?
it good. Yeah.
Okay, so I get a +2 on the shoot roll. Okay. So that
Yeah.
brings me up to superb. Okay. And you said I also have a boost?
Yeah, for the next action.
Okay. So I rolled a 4.
Okay, if I recall correctly, I rolled +4 for his defense. Oh God! No, I'm gonna disregard this roll.
No, it's
I'm-
XCOM. You got it, man. You
Well,
can't make
yeah,
XCOM
but
go well.
okay, no. GM is allowed to cheat.
Oh, you can
and
do whatever
this
you want to. I'm just kidding.
And I'm gonna give Snakeman 2 fate points, but I'm gonna have another roll. Oh God.
It's
Okay.
It's meant to be.
No. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let.
perfectly
the-
fine.
It's
No,
fine because it's.
Fine.
I
I'm
live
not
in this expecting a
Okay.
two
This is
Fine.
how the
Okay,
first
you
mission of
persuaded
XCOM
me.
always goes.
You persuaded me. You shoot him point blank, and he doesn't blink. You're not even sure whether the gun was loaded.
Yeah. Click.
No. Whether it was real bullet or
Blanks.
blanks. Yeah, that's the point. Okay. And because you persuaded me to be evil on you, I'm gonna have him attack you in melee now.
Ah. Oh. Okay.
Oh man.
How are you on your... Okay, start with athletics as defend, because I'm guessing you're running for your life here.
I'm going to basically try to roll out from under it because it's going to be diving at me. And hopefully it will smash its head into the ground. That's my defend. I'm going to roll the
Okay, athletics, please.
And I have no more fate points to spend, so I think I might be...
You can spend the boost to reroll it from the last round,
oh,
because
right,
you're defending with that gun.
Right. Okay. Here we go. Marginally better.
Okay, let's do the basic math. 3 stress levels, please.
Right. Okay. She has not filled her...
3 stress levels plus Snakeman poison.
Okay. Well, that would usually be a taken consequence, but okay.
Yeah, well, that's gonna go into consequence, venom, but technically, since these are 2 different attacks, I'm gonna let you mark 2 stress boxes.
Oh, I was just going to mark the third since that's the max. That it did 3 stress. I was going to mark the third. I don't have any physical stress yet.
Okay.
And just do it as a near miss.
Yeah. Okay. You can do that. Let's say Plus, you have marked +3 because he hit you, and because Snake Man has some nasty boots from the rolls you persuaded me to keep.
Luke, your microphone's doing a thing.
Oh, okay. Just a second. Wonder why.
That's better.
That's because I muted it. Oh.
They're still awfully loud.
Look, I'm muting you for the moment.
I was muting myself.
Okay, I have no idea what happened.
Uh,
I just looked at the clock, guys, and it's almost 3 o'clock my time, so I'm going to have to drop here shortly.
Yeah, okay, I was going to end this with this Snake Man battle. No, no question about it. Win or lose, it ends now. Sectoids are relatively dead. Snake Man will either kill you or get killed or both. So this fight is ending. Either way.
Okay.
okay, is that better?
Yeah, now you're back at the.
I'm back at understandable.
Yeah, I'll try to download this video and then edit out terrible noise, but I'm not sure when I'm gonna get around to doing that, or whether I'm gonna actually succeed, because I've never done something like that. But that's another story. Anyway, so look, you spend your 2 stress levels, and 2 of you are one on top of each other.
Okay.
Right, so Lucas would is it move on to Lucas's turn now? Or are we still
I beg your pardon?
Does it move on to Lucas now, or is it still Snake Man, Zoe?
Oh, well, it's now 2 of you. Decide what you're gonna do.
Well, since Lucas is probably the biggest guy, he's got the biggest physique. He kind of like try to just not violently.
Well, actually, Jesus has aspect which trumps that. You know,
Gotcha.
he's the big guy,
All right.
but it's not really competition. You're not gonna throw one of the
No,
other.
I wasn't gonna try to throw him. I was just gonna try to, especially since he got bit by the snake and he's kind of numb and having problems. I just kind of like try to roll him off me and pull out the 45 and start blasting at the snake.
Okay, David.
Yeah, do I need to overcome the piled on each other aspect, or did he just do that?
Yeah. It's gonna be something, either leadership or athletics or something, depending on how you go about it.
Well, so athletics. I'll just bench press the Sarge and get him out of the way.
Okay. Ben, you roll your leadership. David, you roll. Okay, fantastic.
All right, well, let's see what I got here.
I'll put him gently on his feet and get out from under him.
More importantly, I'm gonna give you a boost first time you go attacking. Okay. Ben.
Sure.
If you wanna take a fate point and spend total of 2 rounds recovering it, I'm guessing you're gonna need it.
I've got
Oh.
two fate points left. I
Uh,
think we're pretty close to the end of this, I hope.
okay, so you don't need it. Okay, so yeah, let's say you failed. You will waste this round just getting up.
Untangled from Jesus, alright.
Yeah. On the other hand, David, you have a boost on the Snake Man.
All right, what do we call that?
Doesn't matter, you're gonna spend it immediately. It's not gonna last long enough.
Okay.
Physic boost. How are you on fate points?
I think I still have 4 left.
You have...
I'm at 0.
Okay, time to start using them.
Well, I've got 1 fate point left.
Okay, okay, Jesus. Attack the Snake Man, right?
Yes. Yes.
And
He very much
boost
needs
and
my
your
knife and its leather.
and a fate point.
So I'll draw my pistol and we will just proceed with.
No, come on, you big strong guy. You do the melee. Okay, doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, I can't beat him with athletics. I can only, or brawn, or physics, or physique rather.
Damn.
Jesus is better at shooting.
Okay. Okay, that's +6 total. And what was Snake Man's physique?
Nice.
Okay. Snake Man is almost done. I mean,
I'll drop a fate point on Legal Alien and another one on They Say I'm Strong but They're Weak.
you can do both. I mean,
Yes.
especially not with shooting. Take illegal alien for shooting. Okay?
Oh, okay. Then we're up to +8.
Okay, and let's say he's almost dead.
Finish him
You
off, Sarge.
wanna take any effort to catch him alive? Or you're gonna have the mission end here and we start negotiating the actual XCOM mission?
I'll leave that up to the Sarge.
Yeah, I think the Sarge would just be, he'd be having some PTSD flashbacks to back in the Guatemala days, and he'd just be like, he'd just pull it out his 45 and unload all 6 rounds into
Okay.
this thing.
And this sounds like an appropriate end, at least for the first episode or the pilot episode. I'm gonna stop my broadcasting unless you wanna say something to someone who actually endured watching us for 4 hours.
Thanks for watching if you made it this far.
And also, as a GM, I'm gonna thank the 3 of you for playing, sticking up, and we're gonna keep talking off camera.
Okay.
Thanks for learning, Marco.
Thanks for the game. It's been a while since I've
Yeah.
gotten to play.
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks, Marco.
Okay, no problem, my pleasure.